I don't know why I'm doing this. One of the advantages of being married is that you get to be fat.
You're doing it so you live to be 90?
Another advantage of being married is you no longer want to live to be 90.
Good point.
So how was your date with the karate kid?
It wasn't a date.
Excuse me, how was it when you two went to the same place at the same time and ate food at the same table and he paid you?
It was fine.
Oh, fine. It's very helpful. I feel just like I was there.
You know, it was cute, but...
Cute butt's a good start.
No, cute, comma, but, ...
So what's wrong with him?
He's Lauren's karate teacher.
So what?
And he's young.
Young's not a handicap. Face it, how many guys our age do you meet that you want to sleep with?
Are you kidding? Try a couple years of celibacy. That guy next door with the 3 teeth in the walker, he's looking pretty good to me. Hey, Michael has Lauren tonight. You wanna go to a movie and you can point out all the young guys with cute butts?
Sorry, I can't. It's family board game night.
Family what?
Every Tuesday we stay at home and play a game. It's one thing we try to do as a family. It's hokey, I know.
No, it sounds nice.
Well, we make up our own rules. I mean, like Monopoly, the kids trade junk food for hotels, and if they roll doubles 3 times in a row, they get out of chores for the week. I'm usually out first. So I pop popcorn and make nachos, and I think the guy's cheap, but I haven't figured out how. See, that's another reason for you to have a fling, because I can't see you making nachos and playing board games.
I could do that.
Amy, enjoy the karate teacher and then tell me about it in lurid detail. Come on, let's get this over with.
Who ate all the marshmallow things?
Don't look at me. I don't even like the marshmallow things.
Mommy?
Well, they're not good for you anyway.
Then they're not good for you either.
No, studies show that once you hit 20, they actually become good for you.
Don't take it personally. She tries that stuff on me, too.
Hey,
Hi. Morning, Vincent.
I guess I missed running with you.
Yeah, I got up early and went looking for Lolly.
I'm pretty sure you can beat this bar if I have a friend named Lolly.
Is her last name Pop?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Who ate all the marshmallow things?
Mommy. Leisha says that sugar is nature's narcotic. What's narcotic?
Get your breakfast. You're going to be late. I'll drive you to school. Seems I have more time in the mornings without Socrates.
I hate riding with Grandma. She blows her horn at people.
Oh, be nice to Grandma. She loves spending time with you. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we surprise Grandma by getting her a new dog?
Really?
Amy.
What? She loved having a pet.
You mean like today?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get off early. We'll go to the pound. We'll see what they got.
Coolio, you're the best mom in world history!
There you go.
What?
And then you have a preliminary hearing on a truancy case, but ASA is Maureen, no show Mo Thompson.
So that could go away quickly. What would happen if I wanted to go home early?
Depends. You bring a note from home?
Daddy!
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm coming back early.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember Mia?
Yeah, of course. It's good to see you again.
You too, Judge Gray.
I'll be there in a minute.
Right. Take your time.
You weren't supposed to be back until next week.
I know. But the tile guy ordered the wrong route, and the painters didn't show up, and it was a mess. So we came back. Is there a problem?
No. I'm always glad to see both of you. Just a little unprepared.
Well, don't worry. I'll entertain Rebecca. Or you could play hooky and go with us to the zoo.
Yeah, Daddy, why don't you?
I have to work.
Daddy's no fun, is he?
Daddy would be a lot less fun if he were unemployed.
Okay, then. We'll see you later.
Hi, Daddy.
Come on, bye, sweetheart. Mia, I want her back by 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Mia, we need to talk.
Fine. Come on, sweetie, let's go.
Thanks. Nice looking boy. Smart boy, too. Used to be one of my best students. Care for any of this powdered napalm? Oh, no, thanks. I'm trying to quit. Evan is no longer a good student. Over the last 6 months, he's lost over 50% of his hearing, and his grades have gone down proportionately. I met with his parents. They're at a loss. The doctors have run every test in the book and can't come up with anything physiological. How did you get from there to DCF? There's something wrong here. I had Evan's older brother, Scott, and his sister, Ashley. And there's a trend. Cute, smart children with everything in the world going for them. Yet they cower like whipped puppies. Do you suspect physical abuse? I've never seen any bruises on them. And the parents are like Mr. and Mrs. Model Citizen. I didn't have any real reason to call you. But you and I have been in the trenches a long time. And when I tell you that my gut tells me something's wrong, I know you understand what I'm talking about. I'll go exploring, see what turns up.
This is an emergency custody hearing in the matter of 13-month-old Sally Wilborn. DCF alleges that her mother, Miss Jackie Wilborn, who is HIV positive, is endangering her infant daughter by breastfeeding her. This child is currently in DCF custody, so the question is, do we have sufficient evidence that the child is in imminent physical danger? Counsel?
Ms. Wilborn is an activist for the contrarian stance that HIV does not cause AIDS, Your Honor. She believes that the disease is caused by, among other things, the drugs used to treat it. She's going to tell you that she doesn't want the child tested because she does not want the child treated by AIDS-causing drugs, but she's primarily putting on a show to hype her own movement and her soon-to-be-published book, both of which are apparently more important to her than her daughter's life.
Your Honor, in the first place, the only reason anyone knows Ms. Wilborn is HIV positive is that she revealed that information. The state is not allowed to violate her rights because she chose to go public.
What right is the state violating, Your Honor? Her right to give her daughter a fatal disease? I haven't read my Constitution for a while, but I don't remember that one.
And in the second place, Your Honor, the so-called contrarian view is held by a number of highly respected doctors engaged in leading-edge research.
And you'll be putting one of those highly respected doctors on the stand to explain it to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which the state will counter with its own highly respected doctor, Your Honor.
Okay, then. Round up the experts.
Oh, look!
Amy, no, we're not going to get a Socrates clone. I'll have a complex by the time we get to the car.
I love this one. Look at him, Mommy. He's so cute. Please, Mommy.
No, Lauren. I want us to look at all of them before we decide.
But we've bonded.
Yeah, pound dogs bond easily. You'll bond with somebody else.
Miss Gray, I'm Vicki Spencer, your adoption counselor.
Oh, hi. I didn't know we had an adoption counselor.
Want to come with me, please?
I notice you live with your mother. She here?
I know she's still at work, but this is my daughter Lauren, and...
No men in the household?
No, this is my brother Vincent, but he...
You're single?
Yes.
But are divorced?
What difference does that make?
Well, I need to understand the household. How long have you lived with your mother?
Frankly, I don't see why any of this is relevant. I thought you people would be grateful that we're volunteering to give a home to an unwanted dog.
Well, I'll be grateful once I'm convinced it's a forever home.
Oh, bye now. Congratulations.
Oh. So if I were married to an investment banker and my shoes matched my bag, then I'd be going home with the dog right now.
Amy.
I thought we'd be saving a dog from the gas chamber.
Miss Gray, we are not a high-kill facility.
Well, no one checked my qualifications before I had a baby.
They didn't?
Miss Gray, we are obligated to give our dogs the best possible home. We have certain standards.
Are you saying my home is substandard?
No. I've never been to your home, have I? Now, are you interested in Prissy or not? If you are, we can set up an evaluation.
I'm interested.
Yes. Thanks, Mom. This won't be like the hamster. I promise.
Dr. McCrae, if HIV doesn't cause AIDS, then what does, according to your theory?
I don't believe there is any one cause. I suspect that it's brought on by several simultaneous strains on the immune system, such as lifestyle, recreational drug use, the drug cocktails given to HIV patients, especially protease inhibitors.
You are aware that the vast majority of the scientific community considers you way off base and, in fact, dangerous?
Yes. I suspect that you, like most people, have bought the oversimplified hype created and sustained by the AIDS industry. And it is an industry.
Please enlighten me.
The so-called AIDS test does not test for the AIDS virus. It tests for the presence of antibodies. A person could test positive for antibodies and still not have developed AIDS 20 years later. And there is absolutely no scientific data that proves HIV causes AIDS. All scientists can prove is that there is a strong correlation between HIV and AIDS.
Why are there no mainstream doctors who agree with you?
The AIDS establishment has made certain that we do not get the funding to challenge them. And they publish articles calling us kooks so the public won't believe us.
Dr. McCrae, can you prove that breastfeeding does not transfer HIV?
No, nor can the other side prove that it does.
That's Scott. He's in boarding school, college prep.
He's home on weekends.
I see. Does he like boarding school?
Oh, he loves it. You know, kids that age, he loves having his own life. No nosy parents looking over his shoulder.
Just nosy teachers and proctors.
Evan's hearing loss began around the same time that Scott left, so we thought there might be some sort of connection, you know.
But we sent him to shrinks, and they're as mystified as we are.
Evan, how do you feel about Scott being away at school?
You have to get closer.
Evan, do you miss Scott when he's not here?
I like Scott being away from home. His friends are jerks.
They tease you and tell you to get lost.
How'd you know?
I have an older brother myself. Some things never change. Evan, do you wish that Scott was still living here at home?
I guess. Are you a detective?
Well, yes, in a way. I'm trying to solve the mystery of Evan's hearing problem. Do you have any ideas?
Not yet. But I want to be a detective when I grow up.
What if I appoint you my assistant on this mystery? And you can call me if you find any clues, okay?
Okay.
Someone would be at home with the dog. A great deal of the time. Okay. I will take the dog to work or put it in doggy daycare or I'll figure it out. Listen, can I call you back? Great. You believe I have to prove myself worthy of a dog?
An ugly dog.
It's not that ugly.
Amy, what's this all about?
I want a pet. Is that so weird?
No, you're right. It's not weird. I mean, it seemed weird for a minute, but...
So how's Carol?
Let's see. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I think she's speaking to me.
I know it's none of my business, but do you really want to be in a relationship like that?
Like what?
Fighting all the time.
We don't fight all the time. Well, Carol's a real person with a life and a whole bunch of opinions. Sometimes we clash. That's inevitable.
But you're young. You don't have that much baggage. I don't think it should be that hard.
Anything worth having is hard.
You saying I didn't work hard enough at my marriage?
That's like projectile projecting.
I'm sorry. So this thing with Carol's is part of your ongoing epiphany?
I don't know. It's entirely possible that I'm in love with her.
Oh. Good. Good. I'm really happy for you.
So what I hear is you're mad at me for being spontaneous.
That's not it.
That has always been it. I don't live according to your plan. I'm not you, Bruce.
Mia, this is not going to be our usual sniping at each other lunch that never solves anything. This is different. This is the lunch where I tell you I am sick of this half-ass relationship. It's hard on me. It's hard on our daughter. Can't be easy for you either.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I want you to make a commitment. I know it's a scary word for you, but I want a real family. And if I'm never going to have that with you, then I want you to stop taking the place where someone else could be.
Oh. So anyone would do?
Of course not. I've always wanted it to be you, ever since our first date, if you recall. I've given you 8 years and 3,000 miles of space. But it's time to move on.
Well, that sounds like an ultimatum.
Because it is.
Okay. Then I'll let you know.
Ma, come on. I will feed him and walk him and brush him, and you won't even know he's here. Now, where have I heard this before? Oh, yes. This is what you said about Socrates. Lasted for 3 days.
Give me a break. I'm an adult now.
That only means I can't dock your allowance when the creature pees on the floor.
Mom, I grew up with a dog. I want Lauren to grow up with a dog. It means a lot to her.
Then how come she's not the one in here begging?
Okay, fine. Diminish the quality of my daughter's life. It's your karma. What if he's an outdoor dog?
That's your work. Yeah, again, that's one of my favorites. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, not this one. I refuse to give Lauren quarters for this because it's totally rigged. You can't win.
Oh, you're wrong. I'm very good at this. I know all the secrets.
Such as?
Well, you have to pick the right target, right? And it's not always the one that's obvious. You have to look at the feet. If the feet are wedged in, forget it.
You've given this way more thought than it deserves.
You like the frog? I can get it.
Yeah, sure you can. This would be a good time to tickle you?
Not if you want the frog.
Oh, you got it.
Not yet. Now I got him.
Wow. No one's ever given me their frog before. I don't know what to say.
Another reason I like this game, it's a great metaphor. We never know when we're going to get snatched up out of our mundane lives and drop down a chute into a whole new world.
No, we don't. Done it since high school.
Neither have I.
Really?
Well, not since college.
I'm remembering why people do this when it's home.
And it's even better without the girl's kid brother peeking down the stairs.
I don't know. Gotta have its own kinky charm.
I think I gotta go.
No, you don't.
It's school night.
You sit longs with Michael.
I mean, a school night for me.
Are you sure?
No. I want to go before I'm even less sure. I had a great time. Really, I just need to go home.
Okay. I understand.
And the lunch special is roast beef au gris. And the soup of the day is a color you haven't seen since the last time you stepped on a caterpillar.
What's up with you?
What do you mean?
You've been uncharacteristically whimsical all morning.
I know, it's weird. I should be in a horrible mood.
Because?
Well, I gave Mia the ultimatum. I said, it's either me and you or me and someone who looks a lot like you.
What'd she say?
She said she'll let me know.
And that's why you're in such a good mood?
I guess so.
Because you're ready for it to be over?
I'm ready for it to be different.
This is my detective ID. My mom glued that picture on for me. This is a stamp pad I use for fingerprints. And this is my wig for when I need to be undercover.
Well, it looks like you've thought of everything. What's that?
This is the best. It's my secret spy pen. It looks like a pen, but watch. Say something.
What a lovely day for the young master to be returning from his travels. What a lovely day for the young master to be returning from his travels. What will they think of next?
That's my second one. Evan borrowed the first one and lost it. He can be such a stoop.
Stoop?
You know, stupid. He loses everything. Fool doesn't have the brain God gave a turnip.
That's not a very nice way to talk about your brother.
But it's the truth. He's not worth the salt in his bread.
Ashley, I have to tell you something serious. Detectives notice things other people miss. That's what makes them good. There's something upsetting Evan. That's why he's having problems. If you notice something upsetting him, you let me know, okay?
It's great. Evan's finished his homework, so you can talk to him now.
Oh, good. Good.
I did it.
What?
You know, with the Karate Kid.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So what, are you dating him now?
Well, I don't know. I didn't mean for it to happen, but it was supposed to be a casual, non-date. But, you know, we were eating Thai food, and he played the crane machine, and he won me a frog. And then the next thing I know, I was drinking Cheat Merlot, thinking, thank God I shaved my legs.
Well, all that shows an admirable lack of class for someone with your resume.
Oh, my God. I got seduced for less than $40. I hadn't even thought of that.
So?
Was it great? He's my daughter's karate teacher.
Oh, come on. Don't let your guilt ruin it for me.
All right. You know, it was not bad.
How not bad?
Well, I'm not a tough critic.
Amy.
It was 4.5 stars, okay? I think I might have permanently damaged my vocal cords. But that is all you were gonna get, because this cannot possibly be a good thing.
Oh, Amy, are you nuts? You're having a terrific time with a funny guy who's great looking and could kill your ex-husband with one foot. What's your problem?
It isn't what I would have planned.
Okay, well, Michael was exactly what you had planned, and where did that get you?
Just because I am the oldest person on staff does not mean I am thereby in charge of office maintenance. The Marilla children, hello. You must be Scott. I'm Maxine Gray.
Hi. Do you have some time to talk to us?
Of course.
When I was 7 months pregnant, my obstetrician was worried I might be anemic. He did a blood test, and I discovered that I was HIV positive.
And what did your obstetrician recommend?
He wanted to give me a protease inhibitor.
Which you refused to take.
Objection!
Just tell her, don't make us reinvent the wheel. We all know why we're here. Ms. Wilburn, why did you refuse your doctor's instructions?
Protease inhibitors are highly toxic. This was the same doctor that told me that aspirin could cause birth defects. So I did a little research, looking for somebody with a different approach, and I found Dr. McRae.
And Dr. McRae told you to continue breastfeeding your baby.
Dr. McRae doesn't believe that HIV causes AIDS. And she thought it would be better for Sally's immune system. Judge Gray, may I say something? I love Sally very much. Everything I did because I truly believe that the orthodox view is endangering people, and it's endangering my child. As a mother, I would do whatever I had to protect Sally. I am not trying to hurt her to prove a point. I am trying to save her life.
I think Evan's problem started when I left because I used to be the peacemaker, you know. I used to be able to stop a lot of it. A lot of what? This may sound nuts, but I think Evan's going deaf just because I don't think he wants to hear it anymore.
You're going to have to tell me what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, one of these days I'm leaving you psycho bastards. Yeah, you can raise these damn children yourself. If you think it's so damn easy, you go do it.
It's not easy now. You've turned them all into you. Whiny, neurotic, crazy, and
please,
stupid.
if any of us are crazy, it's from living with you. You know, they had to lock you up somewhere and throw away the key. That's what they are.
Why don't you just get the hell out, stop threatening, and just go?
No, because unlike you, I give a damn what happens to this family. You don't give a damn. Go walk out the door like you. Go walk out.
I don't give a damn. So every night I'm fighting for these kids, and
You don't give a damn. You're the one who wanted me to.
Hi, stranger.
Tom. Well, I'm not the one lurking in the shadows.
I would have just called, but I figured stalking is more romantic. How have you been?
Good. Fine. How about you?
Great. I'm leaving. The law. I mean, my brother talked me into investing in this startup. He swears we'll be going public before I've had a chance to pick out office furniture.
Congratulations.
That's not why I'm doing it. I was ready for a break. This job is, well, you know, I'm ready to do something a little less bludgeoning for a while. So I was thinking about you and our conflict of interest, which won't exist anymore. I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner. Or are you seeing somebody?
No. Not really.
Good.
But I need a little time to think about this. Okay?
Okay. Well, you know how to reach me.
complicated and convoluted case. However, it is not my job to settle this dispute or to come down on one side or the other. It is my job to consider the best interests of the child. Ms. Wilborn, I understand your concern over giving your daughter a highly toxic drug that you are not convinced she needs. But it is not right that you refuse to have her tested and hope that it all turns out for the best. When you have a child, your freedom to experiment becomes restricted. And part of the social contract is that you will be legislated into following someone else's best thinking, even when you don't agree with it. Now, granted, thalidomide was scientists' best thinking at the time, but so was the polio vaccine. And as a judge, I have to go with the preponderance of evidence and trust that it will provide the greatest degree of safety for your child. Ms. Wilborn, I can't order you to stop breastfeeding. But I am willing to return your child to you if you will agree to stop breastfeeding pending the results of a thorough medical examination, including HIV screening.
I would agree to that.
I'm going to ask DCF to follow up and see if you comply, and if you don't, I will return the child to the custody of DCF for her own protection. Okay. I'll see everyone back here when the results are in.
I can't believe you. Yeah, no, one of these days I'm leaving you psycho bastards. Yeah, you can raise these damn children yourself. If you think it's so damn easy, you go do it.
It's not easy now. You've turned them all into you. Whiny, neurotic, crazy, and
please, if any of us are crazy, it's come.
Oh, this is lazy-ass government garbage. Everybody in America yells, and everybody's kids aren't going deaf.
Different children react differently. Evan is very sensitive. But frankly, Mr. Marilla, all of your children show behavioral indications of abuse.
What? Okay, wait a minute. I don't understand this. Now, we might yell at each other every now and then. We may even yell at them. But we don't hit them. And they know that we love them.
Verbal violence is violence, no matter where it's directed. Sometimes words can hit harder than fists.
Oh, I love the government coming into my house and telling me how I can talk to my wife and kids. What's next? You're going to put video cameras in the bedroom?
How do you talk to your kids, Mr. Marilla? Because I've heard Ashley calling Evan things like fool and stoop, and I was wondering where she picked that up.
We lose our tempers, okay? We say things. Everybody does.
No, Mrs. Marilla, everybody doesn't. Everyone gets angry, but not everyone uses words like stupid and psycho. Everyone doesn't say things with the intention of making their spouse or their child feel as bad about himself as they possibly can. But you're going to learn so that Evan won't go deaf. If I have to camp out in your front yard, I will. It's all in a lazy-ass day of government work for me.
You seem to have this lurking thing.
Actually, I'm an habitual loiterer. I've tried 12-step groups, but maybe too late.
Well, the first step is admitting you have the problem.
Tried my last case today.
How'd you do?
I won. Guess you'd call it that. I placed an emotionally disturbed child with his emotionally disturbed grandmother. Sometimes it feels like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
Those days are over for you now.
And I don't think I'm going to miss them. I'll miss running into you. So, why don't we make a date to go out? It wouldn't have to be romantic. It could just be friendly until you get smart and dump this other guy.
You make a strong case, counselor.
You serious about it? What's he do?
He's an artist.
Wow. Sounds way more interesting than a washed-up lawyer with 2 kids.
That's not really how you see yourself.
Amy, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't kick myself for letting you go. I understood the conflict, but I think I could have fought harder, argued my case more convincingly. No, listen, no. I was married for 12 years, and I never saw myself in a position of looking for a partner again. When I met you, this whole world of possibility opened up for me. I thought, gee, maybe this isn't the end of romance. Tell me I haven't missed my chance.
I don't know.
Mia.
Rebecca is spending the night with her friend Danielle. I told her it was okay. I know it's a school night, but I thought it would be best if she weren't here.
What are you doing?
Packing. You know, from never having lived here, I sure have accumulated a lot of stuff.
So you're leaving?
Why are you so surprised? It's what you wanted.
Of course it's not what I wanted.
Oh, I know. You wanted me to shape up and turn into someone I'm not and act conventional and give up all my silly ambitions and have dinner on the table when you get home.
What are you talking about, Mia? What, are you making this up? I never asked
You have been trying to change me since high school. And I think you're starting to get it that you might not succeed.
You don't have to give up anything. You can stay in New York during the week, run your business, and come home on the weekends, and we can...
And what?
And we can be a family. What's wrong with that?
I don't want to be a family. I grew up in a family. It's stifling and oppressive, and people say they want you to be yourself. But what they really want is for you to be their version of who you are.
You can't blame me for your parents, man. It doesn't have to be that way for us.
You know what? You might be right. And I started thinking about that. Maybe I could ease into this and not scare myself to death. But you couldn't wait for that. You know what? I'm going to get the rest of my stuff tomorrow while you're at work. And I will have my attorney call about Rebecca and a visitation schedule.
Mia, you don't want to do this.
Bruce. Go find someone who wants what you want. It won't be hard, huh?
My advice to you is run.
Vincent used to watch dogs for a living, so he could be helpful, of course.
I see.
Percy seems to have some kind of ear infection.
Yes, we have him on antibiotics.
Yeah, but there are a lot of resistant strains. You should probably get a culture done.
See? Listen to him. He knows stuff.
Well, there's no fence around the yard. You got a high level of traffic on your street.
Well, we won't let him out in the yard.
I can't keep him cooped up in here.
You know, Lauren and I can walk him.
That's right. Long walks. They're very good at walking.
Socrates lived to a ripe old age without ever leaving the yard.
That's another concern I have, Mrs. Gray. You sure you're emotionally ready for a new dog?
I am not emotionally ready for 90% of what happens to me. But still, I survive.
Yes. But do you want a new dog?
Miss Spencer, can I talk to you outside for a minute?
Okay.
Great. you need to understand this, okay? You need the entire context because, it's really not about whether the yard needs to be fenced in or who's going to be home with the dog or any of that petty crap. I mean, this is really about what happened to my life. See, I was smart growing up, and that was my first problem because no one wants to let a smart kid lead a normal life. So you got to get the best grades and get in the right classes, and then you're valedictorian, and then next thing you know, you're Ivy Leagued up the nostrils, and everybody's patting you on the back, and then you're on Harvard Law Review, and blah blah blah, and then you're married to Mr. Look Good at the time, and okay, so I took one wrong turn, or two. Well, several, actually. But the point is that I grew up in a great home with a terrific family. And now, more than anything, I want to give my daughter that. That! Who knew?
Ms. Gray.
I mean, I can't give my daughter exactly that because that's already gone up in smoke. But I still could give her a real, solid, relatively normal family with a home and a yard and cable TV and a dog. See, you could at least give me the dog, okay? Give me a little hope. And I'll do my part. I will go out with a nice lawyer and see what develops. I mean, it's not exactly torture. He's great looking, and he's funny, and he's a really good kisser, and he's my age. And if I go out with him, then my life will make sense again. Because I don't care what the hell anybody says. I will never lead a normal life as long as I'm sleeping with my daughter's karate teacher.
Oh, God. Let me guess. You're the karate teacher.
I'm here to pick up my niece.
Miss Gray, I'm impressed with your passion, if nothing else. Percy will certainly have an interesting life here. I'm gonna make a leap of faith.
Thank you.
I'll go get the papers.
I'm so sorry. I really didn't. I didn't.
Mean for me to hear that?
Yeah. No, I didn't want you to hear it that way. I was trying to figure out a way to tell you. I feel really, really bad about this.
I'll survive. All right, don't beat yourself up. Sometimes people gotta obliterate everything in their past just to get themselves back on track.
Yeah. That's exactly how it feels.
And sometimes innocent people get incinerated because they happen to be too close to the blast. So, good luck with your normal life. Tell Katie I'm in the car.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, there's drama in the courtroom when McCoy works with a new district attorney. Law and Order is next on TNT.